Alright, so this video I'm going to talk about something deep, something emotionally deep, right? And about men. This is a video specifically towards men, right? Make you understand, say, I know how you feel. I want you to realize, say, there's a lot of psychological programming in your mind where you get from childhood and you realize, say, it affect how you operate now. So I'm go unravel them, go show you where them come from. I'm go help you to realize, say, this is how we can tackle it. So the first thing about most black men, Jamaican men, men overall, them have the first mindset is this: you need to always prove yourself. So you grew up in our environment, say, where teachers say as a man, your value are based upon what you can provide. And even if you're a child, the only time you get attention, the only time your parents will tell you, say, you're bright or they love you. Everybody that just give attention, I want you to do something good, right? Like for me, I want me to feel shut up in a school. You understand me? I deal with some severe good pass mark, get some good grades, and it kind of train you. Even though I'm not tell you say you have to be a dunce child, but it kind of train you in a way when things say the only time if you get attention, only time you go get attention, and when you do so much, when you beat so much people, you prove so much. So you always then that you cultivate a mindset where that is what you always have to do. You think say only time you go get valued and when you provide at that level, when you beat, when you compete at that level and you win. So anytime when you're not excel at that level, you just feel like, you're not gonna be valued and nobody not gonna care. So that's subconsciously cause if you always feel like you're not enough. Like you baseline who you are is never enough. So you feel like you always have to push yourself constantly. You have a positive side because you can achieve a lot, but the negative side, the drawback is that you're never satisfied with what you have and you always feel like something, like if you don't continuously push, you don't continuously grow, you don't continuously, try to go further and further and aim bigger and bigger, then nobody now care about who you are. And unfortunately, that is the way how society works. So, that's something as a man you can look into and realize what they control you, what they cause if you push yourself so hard, and look deep in it and realize that you are enough who you are. Right? Not to say if you be complacent, but you're enough as who you are. And start think from that perspective. And the next thing too, the me not like beg mentality. You understand me? So this is one a powerful now. You see, when you grow up in our household where, if you ask your parents for money and they always tell you, say, no, go and go do it yourself, go and go save up yourself. Like them always tell you no, you get this mindset where you can't ask. And even about begging, you even just want to ask for help. Like every time you just feel uncomfortable ask for help, because if you ask for help and then don't give your help, then don't give your strength, you literally feel like say, yo, right, me can't rely upon nobody. So your entire your mindset shift into this. And me alone depend this. Like anything where you build, I just always for you. Like you can't build no real intimate, like strong relationship with anybody else because you just always believe say I just you alone go always contribute anything where you envision, anything where you want. I just always go have to be you. You go be self-reliant when that is actually not true. You realize this, so and that limiting, that one big limitation on how you operate, because if you depend on how big your dream be, anybody with a big vision and a big dream, guess what will happen to you? You're gonna need help. You can't do it by yourself. So the moment you start realize, say, yo, you have this program where you say, me not like beg, me not like be one burden. Like you see asking for help as being a burden, then that's the program within your mind where you get from your childhood, like your parents and how they condition you, and that limit you. So what you need to do when you're conscious, when you think, say, if you right now watch a video and you have a vision, you have a dream, but you realize, say, you don't want to ask for help because you don't want to be one burden, then may I show you a prayer. And if you get conscious and rewrite that, because everybody will go do a large dream and vision, you need help. You understand me? Every big business, the first thing you have to get is investors, because they know say they need help to scale. They can't do it by themselves. So you have to rewrite the programming where say, oh, me not like big, me don't want to be one burden. You have to rewrite that programming so you can move forward, because that will limit you. And then the next thing too, right? So let me show you a pre. If you grew up in our environment where people, like when you talk about your dream, when you talk about your vision, like they shoot you down, they say, you can't do that, nobody in your family never do that. If you tell them, say, yo, so I'm going to be 1 billionaire, I literally explain that. So when I tell my dad, so I'm going to be 1 billionaire, your man get so, like so shocked. You might crash a vehicle, get so angry if you like, say, no, why I believe that? You see, when I show you a pre, like if you're in an environment like that where your dream can be nurtured, you actually feel like every time when you talk and communicate with people, you hold back or like you filter and you don't want to share it because you don't know how them go react. So you probably have a big vision and a goal and say, yo, so I want to be a billionaire, I want to become a head of state of my country, I want to liberate my people. You understand me? You want to change the world, you want to own the entire world, you want to be a conqueror. You understand? Everywhere where people live, you want to know your name. You understand me? You're afraid to share these ideas because you don't know how people go react. You don't think they go accept it. So you kind of, like huddle yourself in. That's one very, 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 very big wall down. So you have to show you a pre. That are the mindset where you get from your parents, where you get from environment, from the way how you grew up as a child. You have to realize that you have freedom to express yourself. You have to express how great you are. You have to feel it in yourself and communicate that to everybody else. Everybody with their own you supposed to know your dream. Everybody will come around me know my dream and my vision. And just know it because of how I operate. Them see it and then realize it. And I tell you, the moment you break out of that cycle where you police your own thought and you don't want to share my goal because I don't know how they go react, and you keep people not support or people not true, all this type of limiting, all them are just programming from childhood. You have to break out of all of that so you can actually grow. Because once you start break out of it, you go start can breathe. That's the first thing to you go start can breathe. Because all them something you literally lock in your chest. A lot of them have stress and anxiety, especially as men, they chat about mental illness. And because you have too much things repressed, you not express yourself. If somebody asks you what you want to become, and you say you want to become a king of the entire earth, you're afraid to say it. Because you tell them something comfortable. Like me used to do that, used to tell them something, say, oh, I can't become a hedge fund manager when truth be told, I want to rule the entire earth. But guess what? I just went tell them that because that's how their brain, because they're all normal people, so their brain can only conceive money. They don't know about power, they don't realize power. So if you are an individual where you're powerful, may I show you a pray. You know say you're powerful, like your cells them tell you you're powerful, you know that. You have to be willing to express that. Do not limit yourself, do not make the small-minded people make you try to be a small-minded person and fit in with them dream. Express your greatness, right? Get comfortable, express your greatness. That's the first thing, get comfortable with that, right? And this is the next thing too. You see, as men, if you grew up in an environment where money went always like the big thing, like people say, yo, you can't like money, you don't waste money. Like you see, if you go to school and you be like, I like you get one low grade, you waste money, picnic. You see if you get that mindset, that nurturing, right? And if you waste food, oh, you waste money, like. You need even just food now. Your money Yahweh, so you kind of make money like God. You understand? Money becomes so sacred. So everything else don't have much value to you apart from money. So somebody can give you might have your mom or your dad, whichever parent, right? And then give you the time and the energy, right? And you have an experience where the only thing them give you money. And you find out, and you look upon them and say, oh, the person where they give me money love me more. Because they might give me money. You have an uncle, like auntie or uncle or family, whichever person who come down and always give money, and you literally feel like them love you more than your parents them who them not really have it, like to give you these bunch of gifts, but they might give them presents. So you start value the things more than the individual. And I show you a prayer, that them there are things you grow up, but like when you start grow up, you start believe say, just money are the most important value. So when you have bill, you have your brothers, you have a team who they contribute with their time, their energy and expertise. But you just look upon it fact say, yo, right now we need people who are serious, like people with money. I have to understand. That's the things I discover about myself now. Things I sit down, I analyze. I realize them myself. I realize the program where they come from. And the most important thing is when you can realize these things for yourself and break it. Because that's how you get more room. So you can start express love and start see real love. Because more while you think say love or money, you get attached to it and believe that the only people them who really love you are people them who are willing to just give you money, right? That's a real love because that shows them serious. But when you not really see the people them who are giving time, their energy, their expertise, and everything, and you look upon it and say, one day they're serious, right? So you have to learn that. I show you you have to learn and break out of that program, and that's hyper important. And as a man, the next thing to where you need to understand is that your value is not based upon the money where you can provide. That is very important. I try to explain to you all these things about money and beliefs about money. Because if you believe say your value is based upon the money where you can provide, the moment your money go low, you start feel insecure, you feel like you're not a man, you feel like you're not you're like you're not a man anymore. You have to understand so guess what, your value bigger than the money where you provide. And money go fluctuate because money don't stay stagnant. Money go just fluctuate over time. But the person you are, the man who you are constantly, whether or not the money high or low, and that are the constant figure. And you need to create the environment with people we actually understand that as well. So if you deal with a woman where she only can, she say, oh, when your money get low, you say, yeah, no man, yeah, no man, yeah, no man, you understand me? Like, you see, you know people like that, Ronnie. You need to always create an environment where people understand who you are, respect who you are, and no matter what the money is, they still know and respect your leadership. So that's hyper important. And these are the things I realize where most men like the programming where they're playing in their head, where most of we don't even realize our conscious about. So once you start get conscious about it, you can rewrite it. And a lot more programming than everybody mind. Both men and women. But as a man, get conscious, spend time with yourself, and start learning about who you are. And the more you start learning about who you are, you can rewrite these programming and you give yourself, first of all, give yourself a lot more breath. Like you can start breathe because you don't feel so anxious. And you also get a lot of mental clarity. Most men who have mental illness and all them type of stuff there, and then think say, oh, it's a woman they need or sex or some form of addiction or money. Like they think of these things, you don't need that. You just need to work on yourself, and if you come to terms with these emotions and these feelings, these repressed anxieties, and then when you come to terms with them, you can release them into the world. You get freedom, you get breath, you can breathe and just be conscious and for once live a freeing life. So that's what you need. It's another lesson from the book of the Essence. Take care of yourself.